I just discovered something quite disturbing. In the United States and in Europe, there are companies which offer crowds on demand. They offer a kind of service where you can hire a crowd, up to, in some cases, 20,000 people. You can hire them as protesters or as people at an event or at whatever. And this just blows my mind. There's a couple of them. Famous ones are in the US. It's called Crowd. There's a company called literally Crowd on Demand, owned by Adam Swart is his name. And in Europe, you have We've Got Talent in the UK, which does it does crowds as well, and Envisage Promotions in the UK, which supplies crowds and large groups of people for events. And the most insidious one for me, at least, the one that I saw, which made my skin crawl, was is one called Alibi Agency, which is in Germany. And if you go on its website, it has a website. It's called www.alibiagency.com. That's the USA and Germany section. And then there's also one for only Europe, which is called www.alibi how you call it, Alibi Stripe agency.eu. Their mission statement is literally, this guy, the owner of this, the founder of this website, he has a quote, what his mission statement is, and it is literally, lies are not negative but necessary. He is one of the most insidious people I cannot even comprehend this. And because he also offers other kinds of services. He also offers services like, for example, helping you cheat on your wife by making up excuses. It's quite disturbing. I'm just concentrating on the one here in Europe because it's more present. You have here renting crowds, private couriers, private concierge, pretend absence. This is fucked up. Here, most people want to fake their presence during a holiday trip to fend off burglars, but there are also people who pretend their absence. Absolutely weird. Phone alibis, anonymous pay. There is hire a girlfriend. Well, that's just a bit more, that's just sad. Here, groomsmen and bridesmaids. This is sad beyond belief, but this is their own, whatever floats your boat. And then you have, of course, more things like debt collector, buying positive reviews. This is fucked up. This is just fucked up. This is just, it makes me really sad. It's really fucked up. And they hire these people to see at an event. And they have also in the United States, which there is one, it's worth like 1 billion. Of the owner has a net worth of $1 billion. It's not small potatoes. This guy is called Adam Swartz, and his company is called Crowds on Demand. And he has refused like 20 million a couple of some time ago by some entity who wanted to hire his services. But this is the question. So he refuses people just based on his principles. So that's so he's like he can guide it, he can conduce it. Then it's so fucked up. It's like where does it stop? Who can you still trust in this way? It feels for me it's very 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 disturbing. I mean, you could be at a protest, and half of the people there could not even be real protesters. I mean, it makes you wonder who else is an actor. I mean, I don't want to be paranoid, but I of course don't believe that I mean, I don't have reason to believe the justice system is corrupted in this way. But yeah, the lesson is don't let yourself be fooled by a big group of people necessarily, because they might be just paid people, or they might be. It's not that they are. He phrased it in an interview like they are not necessarily actors; they're just paid protesters. So he just pays them to protest. But I mean, of course, if there is a pay incentive, then you might as well be actors. And you could, because he pays them. Then he is the organizer. And this is I am quite I'm quite disturbed by this. So yeah, watch out for Alibi agency in Europe. The other ones, Envisage Promotions, which well they do mostly. They also supply crowds and large groups of people for various events and promotions, including film premieres, protests, queuing outside venues. Imagine that. You're waiting for something and there's a fucking queue of people who were paid to stand there. I mean, this is, it's ridiculous. It's really ridiculous. My world has been, it opened my eyes. So watch out for these companies. Envisage Promotions, Envisage. We've Got Talent is also in the UK. Both of these were in the UK. Dream Agency, also in the UK. And Pitlane Promotions, also in the UK. Scarlett Entertainment, which is global. There is also a seed in the UK, but also one in Italy, in Rome. And you can find this online. Scarlett Entertainment, they are just a normal company. They have also their headquarters and then of course Alibi Agency, which actually has its headquarters in Germany. And you can even find the address of where their headquarters is. It is really disturbing. Alibi Agency. These people are manipulating by. This is mastery of manipulation. I mean, if they can earn money, if especially the one that I said before, Crowds on Demand. This guy, the owner, Adam Schwartz, he has a net worth of $1 billion. So it must be working. I mean, if not, you don't get $1 billion. So uh, it's astonishing that there are people willing. So I mean, so willing to just work, be a professional protester. I mean, this is yeah. It almost makes you doubt of if about capitalism, because yeah, this is. I mean, I think this should be illegal, or at least, or we are all gonna do it. I mean, maybe we shouldn't be illegal, but we should be very very conscious about this, and we should make also government agencies conscious about it, that we're not just going to yeah to be impressed by a couple of protesters. To be fair, the argument for it making it illegal is quite strong, because and I think it would be really scandalous and kind of hilarious if we find out in a couple of years, or maybe less, that actually the big movements of the time, we have had these anti-capitalist or pro these movements which in somehow decry Western values and capitalism and that they are all funded, that they are all paid actors. That would be hilarious, that they are actually the biggest capitalists around. I mean, what is a bigger capitalist? There's no bigger capitalist than somebody who sells literally his voice for money. Anyway, that was what I think about it. I'll put the links in the description. Bye. Just wanted to add that not all of these companies are explicitly um, renting out crowds for protests or for manipulating public opinion. That is my interpretation. Some are just strictly explicitly about entertainment. So they offer crowds for example, press releases or something, or paparazzi, these kind of things. For example, Envisage Promotions and another one, not the explicit ones I've named. Not all of them are explicit, but they just rent out crowds, not specifically for protests, just to be sure.